అందరికీ నమస్కారములు, శుభోదయం. Today is another good day, second day of our yoga classes of certificate course on Sanatan Dharma. We have finished 2 months of our coursework on Sanatan Dharma. Now we are on the third month. This complete month is dedicated for yoga, both the practicals and theory. So without taking much time, we will have Vande Mataram and Prarthana. After that, we will continue with the webinar. So let us all stand up and sing Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala shobini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Namaskar.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Let us request Ananthan garu to chant Prarthana.
Hari Om. 1 minute meditation. Let us close our eyes. Concentrate on breath without any interference. Relax the body. See the body is erect. Samam Kaya Shiro Grivam. Om. Ganana Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavin Kavinamupamashravastamam Jashtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvannoti Visidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebirvajinivati Dhinam Avidyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Paramam Shishurasmi Guru Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adharam Sarvavidyanam Hayagrivamupaasmahe Shruti Smruti Purananamalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. So now let us request CSR Prabhu garu to start the webinar.
Okay, let us start with yogic Sushmana standing position. See my legs together, feet together, toes together, touching each other. Right. Now breathe in and breathe out, quick and short breath to clear the throat. Please mute your mics, all of you. Then we start with prayer. First is Chandra Lodge with two thumbs. Mano Nadi Shakti Vikasa, concentrate on our Guru's or Om. My Gurus are Sri Suri Raghav Dikshit Lou and his Gurus Maharshi Kartikeya and Devi Brahmachari, who taught us Hatha Yoga. So the same quick and short breath like this in different directions. First, on the back of the head, there is Buddhi Tada Jyoti Shakti Vikasa. On this point, concentrate, bend the neck back and repeat the same. Next, Manana Shakti Vikasa. On this point, keep the head at 45 degrees, concentrate on this and repeat. Next, the back of the neck. From this point, Medha Shakti Vikasa. Now for the eyes, put off the lights. And with the finger, about 8 inches, fix the gaze on the fingertip and lift the head along with the finger. Keep gazing until your eyes burn. Your eyes burn, close your eyes and come down. And repeat it 6 times. Okay, next, Kapolaka Shakti Vikasa for the teeth and cheeks and gums. Breathe through the tongue, spoon as a spoon. Hold the breath while pressing the chin to the chest and closing the eyes. Next, the same thing, closing the ears also and eyes also. Don't remove the ear for 6 times. Once again, we do Karna Shakti Vikasa, close the ears, eyes, nose, breathe through the mouth and the tongue, hold the breath. Lift up and breathe out and feel 6 times without moving. Yes. Next, Griva Shakti Vikasa for the neck. Lift the, shift neck. Turn the neck left, right, slowly. This neck exercise will prevent and cure cervical spondylitis. And up and down. First left, right, then up and down. Then rotation. Then Skandhata Bahumula Shakti Vikasa for the shoulders. Breathe into the mouth like last time. Hold the breath while pressing fingers, just closing eyes, and move the shoulders up and down in vertical movement with closed fists, holding the breath. And then breathe out through the nose after opening the eyes in straight position. This will produce a lot of heat, even in cold season. Next. 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 Next, we have the series for the wrist joint, Manibandha Shakti Vikasa. Karatala Shakti Vikasa, palm joints. Finger joints, Karatala Shakti Vikasa. Anguli Mula Shakti Vikasa. Loose. Then pull a big weight towards you with your fingers. And sideways. Then now we have the Vakshasthana Shakti Vikasa for the chest. Lift your hands up and go back with deep breathing. Then come forward, breathing out. Next, lower chest. Lift your shoulders up and bend back, breathing in. Breathing out, come to normal. Breathing in, go back. Now we come to the abdomen. Udara Shakti Vikasa, number one. Breathe out and pull the abdomen inside. And then breathe in and pull it out. So keep it inside after breathing out. Now without keeping in, forward and backward. If you have taken any coffee or something, don't do this, you get vomiting stuff. Okay. To be empty stomach compulsory. Then you look up and look down 45 degrees. Now, Kak Mudra, breathe in through the mouth, with tongue, and hold the breath by closing the eyes. Pressing between yourself and blow the abdomen forward. And breathe out through the nose after lifting up the head and the eyes. Hold it for a few seconds. If you hold it too long, you may get weakness and collapse. Now at 60 degrees, same breathing in and breathing out to the abdomen. Now same thing at 90 degrees. At 60 degrees, breathe out and move the abdomen up and down without breathing in. Then same thing at 90 degrees. Then we have an exercise called Lowly, which is difficult. Just watch. We are getting a column in between. By pressing. Okay, now go to Shavas. Or to the left. Turn to the center. Or to the right. Turn to center. Take deep breaths. Feel the breath going into your parts of the body. First left hand, then left, next then right hand, and back. Deep breathing. Take deep breaths and feel the prana spreading into parts of the body, all parts of the body. Energization. Okay, now we go for Pavanmuktasana. Breathe out and touch the nose to the knees. Uttara Pavanamukta. Ardha Paschimottanasana, Abdang Santa. Just keep the legs loosely here, touching. Bend forward and breathe out and touch the head to the knee, holding the toe. And touch the elbows to the ground. So go for Vajrasana. I have to tell you that the dress code for this yoga practice is a very tight underwear with loose clothing, like kurta pajama or any other jogging suit or anything, or shorts. But underwear should be very tight. And on Vajrasana, bend forward, keeping the hands back, holding them like this. Ishanikasana. And Supta Vajrasana. Then go for Padmasana. On Padmasana, you have Yoga Mudra. Keeping hands back, you can bend forward and touch the head to the ground, breathing out and lift up, breathing in to Lord. You can also keep your hands with this behind the legs. Vatsasana, going back, bending the head. Next, we go for Shavasana. Once again, take deep breaths. Shavasana, deep breath is compulsory, otherwise your body will keep paining. Front to the left. Come back to center. Turn to the right. Come back to the center. Feel the breathing going in and coming out, long, deep breath. Now we'll do full yoga nidra. In Shavasana, you feel the prana going into different parts of the body. We start with left leg, little finger, feel the little finger mentally and energize the prana with deep breathing. Then the next finger of the left leg. Then the next, and then the big toe of the left leg. Whatever way. Arikalu, bottom of the foot. Feel the spread of the bottom of the foot. Come to the ankle. Energize the ankle. For deep breathing, then come up to the ankle joint. The whole foot up towards the lower calf, above the ankle joint and the calf, left calf. Then the left knee joint. Then the left thigh, the whole of thigh joint. Then come to the left hand, little finger, Critical veil. Feel it, energize it, then go to the ring finger, then middle finger, and left hand, index finger, చూపుడు వేలు, then left hand, thumb, and the palm, అరచేయి. Deep breathing, the whole of palm, back and front, palm joint, మణికట్టు, and the lower arm, the elbow joint, the upper arm, muscle, the shoulder joint. So take deep breath. Now go to the right side. Start with the right leg. Finger to lowest, small finger, little finger of the right leg, right foot. And the next ring finger of the right foot. Middle finger, and the index finger of the right foot, then the right toes. Middle of the right toe, lower foot, arikal, right leg arikal. Spread the whole right foot back down, bottom of the foot, the ankle joint, and the right leg, lower leg. Take deep breath. The right leg energizing. Right calf, right knee, right thigh. Take deep breathing. Energize the entire right leg. Then go to the right hand. Feel the little finger, the ring finger, the right hand, middle finger of the right hand, index finger, right palm, అరచేయి. The back of the right palm, the wrist joint of the right hand, the lower arm, and elbow joint of the right hand, the upper arm muscles, shoulder muscles, shoulder joint. Take deep breathing and energize each part of the feeling it. And now go to the back of the neck. Feel the back of the neck come down, the backbone, vertebral column one by one, down to the bottom of the vertebral column. Deep breathing, then come to the chest, come to the neck, feel the neck, the chin and the neck, come to the sternum notch, collarbones, and the upper chest, mid chest, lower chest, abdomen, navel, lower abdomen. Now stop everything, go into blankness. And take deep breathing 7 times. Long deep breath. You energize your whole body. So slowly move your legs and down and move your hands and regain your consciousness. Your whole body is energized. You have rejuvenated yourself. Now you slowly wake up and get up from Padmasana. What you have done now is called Yoga Nidra. Have you felt relaxed? Must have felt if you relaxed. You can practice it on your own without any external sounds. This will relax the body fully. Now left to right and right to left, deep breathing, Anulom Vilom. Vaishnav breathing, upper chest breathing, and back, the only proper. The mid chest. Lower chest or on top. Again, upper chest. Mid chest. And all the 3 levels. Long deep breath, full breathing. Now we go for meditation in this in mudra. Take deep breaths. Close your eyes and watch your thoughts. First step. No thoughts. Then go to the breathing. Watch the breathing, feel the breathing. But the second step. Third step is Soham. Breathing in So and breathing out Ham. So means he or Saha, and I means Aham means I, he and I, Supreme Being and I. He, I am he, and here am I. The infinite eternal Satyam Jnanavanantam. I am he. He am I. You merge yourself into the Supreme Being, Soham or Shivoham. That is meditation, highest meditation. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Infinite power. Satyam Jnanavanantam. Achyutam Anantam. Achyutananta Govinda. Narayan. That is Om Parabrahman. Finally, we go for the Om meditation. Take deep breath and produce the long Om, all jointly together at the same time, along with me. Om Infinite eternal Omkaram Parabrahman, you are that Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Satya Paramananda Advitiya Brahmasma Bhuvasute Bhuya Sajatiya Vijatiya Swagata Veda Rahita Akhanda Satchidananda Brahmatma Bhuvasute Bhuya Tadhastu Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Satya Paramananda Advitiya Brahmasma Bhuvasute Bhuya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Universal blessing. Akaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Sarvastar Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyantu Sarvas Sadbuddhi Mahapod Sarvas Sarvatra Nandat Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Om Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. We have completed course 1, unit 1 yesterday. Today we will go for the unit 2, which is historical development of yoga and yogic concepts. So in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna declared, Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivasvan manave prahur manurikshvakave bravit evam parampara praptamidam rajarshayo viduhu sakalenaiva mahata yogo nashta parantapa. So I taught this yoga to sun god Vivasvan, and sun taught it to Manu, and Manu taught it to Ikshvaku, and Ikshvaku taught next to all the Rajarshis. And as the time passed, this yoga was lost. Now I am teaching you again. So that's what he told to Arjuna. Yoga is a spiritual effort to understand and control the nature of the body, mind, and intellect of the individual towards reaching an unaltered state of personality. It is a conscious attempt on the part of the individual to avoid every possible pain, discomfort, and in that sense of avoiding any type of activity leading to such pain. Instead, the word yoga is often overused or misused at present for any aspect of yoga, like physical postures, etc. Simple breathing patterns or simply sitting with closed eyes. It is associated with superhuman activities like clairvoyance, siddhis, yoga siddhis exist. People do get them. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, and other such mystic powers. Many people think it to be a mere health and beauty cult, while others believe it to be a religion. But only a few know it is a systematic science. The science of yoga is not a religion, it is a science intended for the evolution of manhood into suprahuman hood. An attempt to understand the real purpose, nature, and technology of yoga would require to inquire into the very roots of yoga and its traditions. The origins of yoga are obscure. They go back to many thousands of years, to the Vedas themselves, and are considered to be divine rather than human. The origins of yoga are divine and not human. The original purity of yoga is preserved in India for a long, long period because its teachings have been handed down through a living tradition to the Guru Sishya Parampara. I am also belonging to a particular parampara, in fact, two lineages. One is Suri Raghav Dikshitru Garu, my guru, and his guru Dhiren Brahmachari, and his guru Maharshi Kartikeya, who lived for 350 years in the Himalayas. And also the Bihar School of Yoga is Swami Sachan Saraswati was the guru of our Dikshitru, my teacher. Apart from this lineage, I have the third lineage, which is more powerful. That is Dhuniwala Samsthan at Khandwa in Madhya Pradesh. Bade Dhuniwala, Chote Dhuniwala, and Swami Shilanand Bharti, who is my guru. So I have the fortune, great fortune of having lineage from three different yoga traditions. The original purity of yoga is preserved only in India, though now yoga is present all over the world. We have more yoga teachers outside India than in India. Yoga is practiced in all countries for a long period because the teachings of yoga have been handed down through a living tradition of Guru Sishya Parampara, the lineage, the tradition of master and disciple. And this made the science of this yogic science is Sanatana and Puratana, both Sanatana and Puratana. The yoga system is Sanatana because the Lord Himself has declared in the fourth chapter, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktava Ahavavyayam. And it is Puratana as well. The historical origin of yoga belongs to distant past, and when and how of its origins cannot be established, though we have yogic postures, the terracotta images in the Mohenjo-daro excavations found. It is not possible to study the historical origin of yoga in terms of the chronology of years, but it is possible to trace chronological sources of yoga traditions. What are those chronological sources? For the convenience of study, the periods extending to the Vedic or pre-Vedic, the Upanishadic, Itihasic, classical, Puranic, and modern. So in Mehergarh, in Pakistan, about 6000 BC, Indus Valley civilization site has been located. And then, of course, dried up Saraswati, and many figures clearly indicate the evidence of continuity of lifestyle suitable with present Hinduism and practices of yoga. So that's a very crucial evidence. As back as 6000 BC or 7000 BC, Mehergarh, Indus Valley, Saraswati Valley civilization spot, it has evidences of Hinduism of today, including the practices of yoga, including the postures of yoga found in the excavations and images. The Vedic age, the period is known as the creation of Vedic hymns. Certain astronomical references of the hymns are composed in the 4th and 5th millennium BCE. Composition of the Vedic hymns largely known as literary work for the people living on the banks of Saraswati and Indus rivers. The concrete traces of yogic tradition could be found during this age. Excavations of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa cities brought into light several seals and horned deities, Pashupati, Siddhasana. One seal called Pashupati attracted attention. This seal portrays a divinity on a low seat surrounded by animals. This figure is identified as God Shiva, Lord of animals, and the Lord of Yoga. He is in Siddhasana. Of the 4 Vedas, the Rig Veda and the Atharva Veda contain traces of yogic tradition. The teachings of the Rig Veda are mantric, poetic, and esoteric. They form the basis for later development of knowledge of the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and other philosophical Sanskrit scriptures. So the philosophical content of Upanishads comes from the Rig Veda. Vedic language is symbolic. Vedic words like Brahman and Dhi were used for prayerful meditation. Dhiyo yona prachodaya. We have the Gayatri mantra which says Dhiyo yona prachodaya, and we have the Yajurveda mantra Yunjate mana uta yunjate dhiyo vipra viprasya bravata vipaschitaha vihotra evaina videya in mahi devasya savitu parishkrutihi. So the words Dhi and Brahman, Deva, Savita all have been used, and Prachodaya in a meditative, prayerful meditation to mean to grow or to expand an intensive thought or meditative vision. In the Purusha Sukta, Nasadiya Sukta, one can find the roots for Sankhya cosmogony, on which the yoga philosophy is grounded. The Darshanas, the Sankhya Darshana originated from the seeds found in the Vedic hymns. Keshin Sukta shows the roots of Kundalini Yoga. Atharva Veda speaks of Madhukasha, substance released by the gods upon which sages contemplate. This corresponds both to greater ideas found in Tantra and Hatha Yoga of the internal nectar dipped from the palate. Similarly, the suktas of Atharva Veda praise the importance of prana. Prana Sukta in Atharva Veda explaining the entire prana structure and its functions. In Upanishadic age, Brahmanas and Narandikas formed the transition from Vedic sacrificial rituals or yajnas to systematization of their realization process. Although yoga is not mentioned and the Brahmanas and Narandikas contribute some sources to the later yogic traditions, Satapatha Brahmana reveals the details of Abhi Yojana and the Prana Agni Potra prepared ground for the yogic theory and practice of pranayama. The Upanishatic sages obtained the transcendental knowledge through the practice of meditation and inner worship upasana. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Brahman is described as pure consciousness and blissful absolute. The great sentence Aham Brahmasmi is found in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The Chandogya Upanishad, the origin of sacred syllable Om and Gayatri mantra are described in Chandogya Upanishad, 3rd chapter. Several yogic practices such as austerity or tapas, dhamma, self-control, dana, charity, honesty, arjava, ahimsa, non-harming, and satya, truthfulness are found in this Upanishad. And also the Upanishad describes prana and its regulations. The Taittiriya Upanishad explains the Panchakosha theory of human existence and the graded states of ananda or blissful existence. Kathopanishad explicitly deals with Adhyatma Yoga, its target is the supreme being hidden in the individual. Adhyatma Yoga Neva, this Upanishad one can find ripened form of yoga where it metaphorically is stated as controlling the thought. We have the Veda Upanishad, where the yogic practices are described and the pranava meditation is also described. The benefits of yogic practices are elaborated. Says that the body is purified by the practice of yoga. The Maitrayani Upanishad speaks of two kinds of self, the elemental self, Bhutatma, and the transcendental self. The individual self constantly undergoes change and ends in death, while the transcendental self is eternally unaffected by these changes. So in meditation today, we are talking of two things, Saha, Aham, Soha. Transcendental self is captain self, which is all pervading, which is eternal, permanent. It has no birth or death. The individual self is the Jivatma, which thing I. Actually, the individual self is a part of the universal self. That is why the Soham meditation. First, both are separate, then both merge, and there is only one. This Upanishad is also specific in describing the details of Kundalini Yoga and Yoga Nidras, Yoga Nadis, Chakras, and techniques. The specific technology of yoga is described in this Maitreya Upanishad. Of course, we have many yoga Upanishads. We have around 20 yoga Upanishads. Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, Radhabindu Upanishad. I will be covering some of them later. I have already given many lectures on this. You can see in YouTube. The Mandukya Upanishad is the most profound description of what is Om. We have done Om meditation. So Om has 4 parts, A, U, Ma, and beyond all the 3 combined. But A, U, Ma represent the waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state. And Om as whole is describing all 3 and beyond Turiya. So the consciousness is going through all the 4 states. The Upanishad introduced the concept of Asparsha Yoga, intangible yoga, the spirit path to non-dualist doctrine of Advaita. Brahma Satyam Jagamithya Jivo Brahmeva Nahapara. As you know, the universe which appears to you appears to be real, but it is not real because it's continuously changing. And the observer, self-consciousness is not changing, and that is infinite and eternal. And that realization itself is moksha. Now coming to the Itihasa age, we have the Ramayana period where we can trace yogic practices of Yama Niyama in the form of truthfulness, Satya. Rama is personified Dharma, Satya. ahimsa, tapas, and dharma, righteousness. And in the Mahabharata, all these are the principles of Yama Niyamas in Yoga Shastra. The Mahabharata, the great work popularly known as Panchama Veda, fifth Veda, is a magnificent and invaluable treasure of mythology, religion, philosophy, ethics, customs, and information about clans, kings, and sages throughout the ages. One can trace the elements of yoga in the teachings of Anugita, the Moksha Dharma, and Bhagavad Gita. And the Anugita is an abridged form of living Bhagavad Gita, revealed to Arjuna at the end of the Great War. So after the war was finished, Arjuna said, I forgot everything, tell me once again. So Anugita was told. The Moksha Dharma section reveals everything necessary for attaining moksha from eternal suffering. So in the Bhagavad Gita, as you all know, yoga is systematically outlined as the subsequent Maitreya Upanishad and other yogas, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, but all the important elements of the path are found in the Bhagavad Gita itself. It teaches total realignment of one's life to the ultimate being. For this, it teaches various paths, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. It seeks to integrate all the psychological aspects of man and employ them to reach the enlightenment in this life itself. Thus, one can trace the origin of integral yoga of Aurobindo, the Bhagavad Gita itself. It may be said that during the period of India's philosophical, ethical, and metaphysical teachings underwent radical changes. During this period, an integrated approach of yoga and Sankhya has emerged. This is evident in the teachings found in Mahabharata, especially in Bhagavad Gita. Religio-philosophical approaches leading to the Vaishnavism, Shaivism, and Shaktism were evident. Classical age, hitherto available fragmented concepts of yoga tradition were collected, synthesized, and systematized by Patanjali. So thousands of years before Patanjali, the development of yoga system took place. And what he did is to collect, synthesize, and systematize and rationalize and establish the sutra form darshana Patanjali Yoga Darshana. He gave the yoga tradition its classical format, and hence this yoga is referred as classical yoga. The classical yoga represents the climax of the long development of yogic technology. It is not the beginning, but climax. Most important principles of yoga theory and practices were masterly defined and described in the text. During this period, yoga has developed into a philosophical system. Patanjali grafted the yoga philosophy and the metaphysical theory of Sankhya philosophy, according to which the creation is a result of samyoga of Prakriti and Purusha. The world is made up of three gunas. All miseries are due to ignorance, avidya, of the true nature of the reality, and kaivalya, liberation, is the removal of vidya. This can be achieved by practice of abhyasa and detachment vairagya. Patanjali defines as chitta nirodha, or yoga is totally psychological, spiritual technology. Unique feature of Patanjali yoga are eightfold. That is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, of which you reach the experimental element which results in the transcendence called samadhi, chittavritti nirodha. Every effort is attenuation of mental activity. It's called yoga, and it's transformation of empirical personality into transcendental personality. Unique feature of Patanjali yoga is eightfold formula of practice and observance of moral codes is the yama and niyama. Supernatural power siddhis are acquired by practitioner through yoga described in the third chapter. And Patanjali warns the yogi not to exercise these powers, as it is not the ultimate aim of yoga. Instead, forms the hindrance on the progressive path. For Patanjali, liberation is not a state wherein individual self joins universal self. But disjunction, viyoga of the relationship between Purusha and Brahma. He also introduced the concept of Ishvara. Ishvara of Patanjali is not the supreme or absolute in the sense of creator, sustainer, and destroyer of the world, but only act as an instrument in the process of. He helps practitioners removing the obstacles. Several commentaries have been written to the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Of them, Vyasa's commentary. Vyasa, we don't know whether it is original Vyasa or the Vyasa Tattva. It is called Yoga Bhashya. And Tattva Vishardi of Vachaspati Mishra, Bhojavritti by King Bhoja, Yoga Vartika and Yoga Sarasakata, Vijara Vikshu. These are the commentaries available and notable commentaries. Puranic age, the age has seen a new trend in the Indian tradition called Tantras. The Tantric tradition considers feminine power Shakti as the ultimate truth, creator, sustainer, and destroyer of the world. Yogic concepts like dhyana and samadhi are included in the Tantra and in the various Puranas like the Brahma Purana. All the Puranas accepted yoga as a practical method to control the body and mind. The Brahma Vaivarta Purana deals with yoga, says that one should start yoga abhyasa before studying the Vedas, Puranas, and Siddhas. It discussed much about place, time, diet, and mental condition of yoga practice. The Padma Purana speaks of Kriya Yoga. Vayu Purana contains Maheshwara Yoga, consisting of pranayama, dhyana, pratyahara, dharana, and smarana. Bhagavad Purana speaks of Bhakti Yoga. The Linga Purana introduced the eightfold path of Patanjali as the only means to realize God. The Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali has also spoken of Kurma, Garuda, Agni, Markandeya Puranas. And the Puranic age contains numerous references to a variety of yogic practices. In the Puranas, more or less they all adopted Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, with only difference of God concept as ultimate reality. The modern age, the Tantric culture of India is followed by Bhakti movement. This emotional dimension of psycho spiritual movement resulted in the rise of Vaishnavism, Shaivism, and Shaktism. Tantra played an important role in the movement. Tantra positive and influences the body. On balanced and denied to get psycho-spiritual transformation. This is the theme and practice of Hatha Yoga, based on the principles and practice of Southern Yoga Upanishads, were developed like Brahma Vidya, Amrita Bindu, Nada Bindu, Dana Bindu, Tejo Bindu, Shurika, Yoga Chudamani, Chandilya, Upanishads. The Siddha movement of Indian culture dominated the society during the 8th century AD. Siddha is accomplished or perfect person, it's a tantric culture. Siddha is the one who got Siddhi or extraordinary powers. He also acquires all types of supernatural powers, and this process is unique to Hinduism and Buddhism, known as Hatha Yoga. Chief representatives of Hatha Yoga are Gorakhnath and Matsyendranath. Nath cult started with only, even though Lord Shiva is to be the source of Hatha Yoga. The technology of Hatha Yoga is hidden in the name itself. It can conjunction of sun and moon. It's called yoga. Ha and ta refers to Pingala Nadi, Nadi, sun and moon. These two forces are sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. These two forces entwine and central force and Sushumna, in which the Kundalini Shakti will arise and reach Sahasrara to Shiva. The movement of Kundalini power from Moladhara to Sahasrara is called Chakra Vedana, which is crucial in Hatha Yoga. Goraksha wrote Hatha Yoga, Goraksha Paddhati, Goraksha Sataka, and other 6 texts on Hatha Yoga. Goraksha Samhita. The Hatha Yoga Pradipika was composed by Swatmarama Yogi in the 14th century in a classical Daniel Hatha Yoga. He is a Telugu speaking person. This was commented by Brahmananda of 18th century, the name of Jyotsna, Hatharatnavali, Dhyaranda Samhita, Shiva Samhita, and Hatha Sankar Chandrika are some of the important recent texts of 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. Yoga is an eternal river flowing through the ages, crossing many hedges and bridges, reached the present shape. Original yoga is in itself not a religion, but many religions adopted yoga as their internal teachings. Yoga is a systematic science by the practice of which one can realize his own true self, shedding all imperfections and imperfections of the body, mind, and psyche. Therefore, yoga is a holistic science. So we close here. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kashya. Om sarvesham swasti bhavatu, sarvesham shanti. Om shanti shanti.
ధన్యవాదములండి ప్రభు గారు. Thank you for the today's lecture, today's yoga, and the good words you have spoken. And we have already documented, distributed the documents which we are teaching. The people will go through that and come prepared for this. Would you like to take any question answers?
Time is up, so let us close.
Sorry?
Time is not there anymore, right? So
Time is already up, so we will have Prarthana and Janganamana. Okay. Anantanji?
Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishah Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Lokat Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashyatu Pajanyah Prithvi Sashashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayah Aputrah Putrinas Santu Pautrinah Adhanas Sadhanas Santu Jivantu Sharadam Shatam Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arihi Om.
Let's have Janganamana, please. Challa Chittibabu garu, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हे
Jai Hind. ధన్యవాదములండి. చాలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.